Oh, well, as you see, we're scouting slash reconning an area to camp out here soon. We're in the beautiful Ozark Mountains, and you'll see a lot of that today. I'm not going to talk a lot in this video, really just to see some scenery. Occasionally I'll talk, sit down, eat some food. If you want to know, got my rucksack on. Might not show what I have in it just for the sake of I'm not camping, but I brought it just to get used to that weight, and if anything does happen, I'm gonna be pretty far out up in these Ozark Mountains. I might need it, right? So anyways, let's get to it. I live out in the Ozarks, but I often forget just how beautiful it is out here, even in the winter. Just look at all this. It's beautiful. To be honest, YouTube, this is a beautiful day to do this. The only problem is, I'll show you here in a little bit, is that it's extremely muddy because this area got a lot of rain the last couple days. And I was wanting to do this before the rain, but I think this is good to get used to this mud walking through it, because if I'm ever out here by myself and it's unexpected rain happens, I have to get used to it. Anyways, you can probably see Max back there, right? There we go. Also, when I come up here a little bit, though it's getting day, so we shouldn't have an issue with it. Met another hiker out here, and he said that there was coyotes out. So when we get close to that area he was talking about, I might grab Max's leash that I have wrapped on him. So, you know, I don't want a dead dog. But, yeah. Now YouTube, I wouldn't use this area to camp because it's too close to the trail that walks past you through this wild area. But this is pretty cool. If you really needed to, you could use this as a shelter. Like I said, right next to the trail probably wouldn't. But it's so cool right here. So cool. Just look at this area. I know it's a really small thing, but it's just really cool how the Ozarks have these rock formations like this. Really cool. And you can see my shadow, but oop, that was close. But yeah, you could just sit here, make a fire if you wanted. That would be really cool. Might be something to do with my friends. I have a bunch of us. Max. Oh, this looks really cool. Bunch of rock. Doesn't necessarily look the most natural, but it's probably, you know, they cut around this area to make a part of this for a trail. Really cool. Really, really cool. I was having a hard time trying to get up here. Ooh, and I'm pretty good at climbing. I've been around this area my whole life, but this is different. This is different. What are you doing? Figured I could take a small water break, get to use this equipment that I've been talking about now. I'm pretty physically fit, so this isn't hard to carry this stuff, but not gonna lie, even so, it still kind of sucks a little bit. But that's a part of it, and I love doing it. Ooh, that water's good. Now, mind you, I don't have to water Max. There's so much water here, especially with mud puddles. He's fine. So that's a good thing. Also, I wore my Gorka, the top of my Gorka, because it is going to be a little wet. And I wasn't sure if it was going to be windy today or not, but thank God it's not. I'm actually getting a little hot in this thing, so maybe later we'll take it off, but we'll see. Come here. Let's go. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little out of breath. Just climbed for the longest time, going nothing but up, and I'm a little bit tired from that, but we're good. It's what having good cardio and endurance is. Boxing helps with that, but that's not to mention that all this weight on my back makes it a little more difficult, but that's fine. At some point, I'm gonna get Max, not necessarily a tactical vest, but one of those like Molly dog vests, so I can put my other 2-liter Alice pouch canteen on it. I'll probably have a pouch with food, like some dog food for him or some other stuff, just to get him to carry some stuff that's more essential towards him, so that way I can have more stuff in my pack that I might need to bring, especially if we go out in the desert, which I'm not sure how I feel about taking him to the desert, but it might happen. Who knows? I think that'd be really cool too. Have a handle on it in case I need to grab them from some wild animals. Though I always carry a firearm on me regardless. Just rather not. You know, just shoot first, then try to grab him. Rather grab him if I don't have to shoot the animals. Whether it's a mountain lion, a black bear, or coyotes, however you want to say it. I don't have to worry about that too much. Well, Max found where an animal had been laying. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see where the leaves have been all rustled up and whatnot. Yeah, we're in, this is an area specifically meant for wildlife. It's preserved so the wildlife can flourish. And like I mentioned with the coyotes earlier, you know, there's nothing hunting them in this area, so you get that more raw sense of nature out here. Though I don't think we're gonna probably see anything, especially with Max. Both of us are gonna kind of keep stuff away. They're completely protected here, which I like that. Now, don't get me wrong, I like to hunt, but we need areas like this where animals can be safe. There's a lot of hunters around where I live, not very far from here, that kills 10 plus deer a year. And you know, that's fine if they like to hunt, but that's a lot of deer to kill for one person. And the numbers have been getting smaller up until the last few years. And the numbers have increased a lot, but so have the coyotes. A lot of coyotes where I live. And eventually we might make a video getting rid of some of them. Awkward I showed footage of me walking away when I'm by myself, so I have to get the camera moment. Feels really good. Just wanted to take that weight off just for a minute. He's been marking his territory so much out here, it's crazy. Max has. Get over here. There we go. Just wanted to take a break. I'm definitely considering getting a boonie hat. Give me a simple OD green one or a woodland one. For stuff like this, it'd be perfect. Just to get the sun out of my eyes more, so I don't always have to wear some of these. What? Yeah. I tell you, Max is just loving doing this. Mind you, we go out in the woods on our property a lot, but this is just something different. So an interesting thought I would mention is the Ozarks is a very hard place to travel through. Whether it's a lot of thick bushes, which really isn't like this area. It's just compared to other mountain ranges, which mind you, the Ozarks are much smaller than almost any other mountain range on the world, I think. They're very hilly, very up and down like this. And like, that might not look hard to go down, but after you just went up a lot, and then you're doing that, sometimes it's way steeper than this. This isn't even a great example. It just came to mind when I seen this. Going down is hard to stay standing. You have to slide down. You don't want to do that. It's gonna kind of suck. And well, really sliding isn't the greatest either. You know, I've been to Yosemite. I didn't get to go through it a lot, but I seen a lot of crazy things, and I got a decent experience off of it. And I've been to partially the Appalachians. I've been to the bigger mountains in the Ozarks down in Arkansas. I consider that a different area than here. But I've had the hardest pushes being in this area. A bit of a scare. This dude seen some deer and just started chasing them. I trust him, but he came back after a while, but he got him the hell out of this area. Oh, wow. Wow, that's crazy. No, let me get a talking to my dog. Oh, better than that, dog. Look at this. Look at this. This isn't innocence. This is not innocence. No. You come here. You don't do that, okay? Okay? Oh, there was a deer back there. He just seen it. Oh, that's something else. There's more. Oh, he's on alert. Oh, he's on alert. Stay down. Stay down. Might put him on the leash for a minute. Like I said earlier, this It's really wild here. Not as in crazy, but it's nature. So I think we split up the deer. Yeah, we split up the deer, and it was a baby. He got split from his mom thanks to Max over here. So, oh yeah, I don't know if you can see it in the background, but over there somewhere. Oh yeah, I know, Max, I know. You're just doing your job. We're gonna let him calm down on the leash. As much as I like for him to be free, we don't need him chasing animals, especially if it's coyotes, which I don't think we're gonna see any of those. I didn't really think we would see deer either. I was wrong about that, so yeah, crazy. On today's episode of Redneck Ingenuity, we have attached his leash to my Alice pack. So they're not crazy yet, but we've started to get a little bit of wind. That's fine. Got the Gorka, that's what it's meant for, so I feel great besides my face. But I don't really feel like I need the balaclava right now. I might get a little bit of a runny nose, but to hell with it, you know. We're in a much more cleared out area up on this mountain range, and I'm just kind of taking it all in, I guess, you know, as they say. It's just really beautiful up here. The air just feels so good. Feels good to breathe in. And also, mind you, we haven't seen a lot of the other things that make the Ozarks beautiful. Like, there's a lot of cave systems. Some go miles deep, a lot of connected areas. I don't even know a whole lot about the caves, but we might have to do that sometime. And there's a lot of caves in the Ozarks. Well, hell, this could be the thumbnail, right? Look at this. Hopefully this is a good view of the mountains in the back. Very nice. We're kind of on one part of the mountains, big ass hills, right? Yeah, really cool stuff. Really cool. We let Max get a drink of water. He's just kind of exploring as well. Well, we finally made it to the river. We're a little closer to the road, so you might hear some cars pass by, but oh my. Looks really nice down there. Well, YouTube, if you've watched any of my most recent videos, this area will look familiar. I'm back home. I apologize if I didn't really film the greatest for this video. This was really just to kind of get out there a little bit and kind of show that. I didn't really show some of the coolest and most beautiful things in that area. And also have the problem that I can't record a whole lot because of battery, so I need to get a portable battery for these kind of trips. That'll make that way better. Really, I just want to kind of to talk about, you know, this stuff. So out in the woods, I found a few spots over in that area that I would like to camp at, and I didn't really show them in the video, but I figured, why would I show that when that's going to be the next video's content? So here fairly soon, it's not going to be the next video. I got some more videos up in mind. We're gonna go back, and I got a spot, and I'm gonna try to do it by myself, just because he's a bit more of a hassle, Max being with me. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm a few more things I could put in my rucksack and whatnot, but I think we're getting close. We're at 279 subscribers, so let's keep it going. I want to get to that 500 before the summer, or at the summer if we can. I know we can do it, and the content's only going to get better. Slowly over time, we're going to get better at this, and we're going to have more experience, and we're going to have more gear, and we're going to make some cool videos. That's all I'm saying, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. Until then, though, got to keep with the grind. Last thing I want to talk about before we tune off here is that, of course, I've used this stuff and this out in the woods before in worse temperatures, but this was a real testament of like going out there with a long hike. I was out there for several hours today. But I don't want to have a lot of footage, which I explained because of the lack of camera battery. This stuff performed well. This had no issue. Rucksack had no issue. This, it even started to get windy, and this was just perfect. Until we got out of the wind, it got kind of hot, and I took it off later in the day, but I'm really glad how it performed. Now, mind you, I wasn't out there for the whole night, and that's going to be a different experience when we get to there. But for now, I feel satisfied and trusting in this equipment. This Gorga suit works wonders. This stuff, I can carry everything I need. And especially with the rucksack over that, I'm set. Of course, the biggest thing I'm lacking is experience. And with that, well, once we get out there in camp, we're gonna get more of that. This was just more experience of looking for an area out there, and you know, it's a very wild area. There's a lot of wildlife, so it's something to take into consideration. And having my good old dog with me is a little problematic if he wants to chase deer, which, mind you, I wasn't too worried about that though. You know, he ran and chased the deer, which he knows better, but I wasn't worried that he was gonna get hurt or killed. A part of me, no, it wasn't even a part of me. What I was more worried about is, oh, we're gonna get lost because I'm gonna get off track of where I'm walking, trying to chase him down. But I wasn't worried about his safety. I knew that he would be all right. Regardless, though, that could have been a bunch of coyotes, and they would have tried to lure him out. Even with the handgun, I don't want to be in that situation. So I've learned that he needs to be checked a little more for that, for sure. Around here, I've had no issue with, but that was a new area, and mind you, he was wanting to piss everywhere. He thinks he's the top dog, and he was treating that area like he was, and Max has got to realize, you're not top dog there. Neither am I. But with that said, you know, we learned. And he's gonna get better as I get better. I don't even know if you can see him in the camera or not. But regardless of all that, it was really fun today. And I'm really tired. After I got back home, I'm not gonna lie, I took a 2-hour nap. Then I came back out here just to kind of yap a little bit to everybody, kind of talk about it. But I guess ending statements. Let's get to 500. Let's round up to 280, right? 280 subscribers. Thank you all to people subscribing. Good things to come. It's gonna get really good at some point. Well, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see ya. You wanting the rest?